Hello everyone and welcome back to the System Switching Role Players. I am your DM, Alex, and here I am with my lovely ladies. Go ahead and reintroduce yourselves. It's been a while.
Hey, it's Gabe. I play Dirks.
Hi, it's Austin. I play Norichi.
Hello, this is Ryan. I play Balmar.
Isaac and I play Balthazar.
Wow.
Alright, so normally we just jump into it after doing a recap. However, we've had some technical difficulties a few times, so we're going to do a recap as a group, and we're going to try and remember everything of important that happened in our last episode that is previous to this one. So
That's how secession works, yes.
that is how time works, yes. So you guys defeated the white robe.
Yes.
Norichi grabbed onto the blade and absorbed the metal, and he did not know at the time, but he knows now that artifacts tend to be built for one person, and whatever it is connected to does not tend to enjoy it when other things interact with it much. So, the cursed metal was fused to his spinal column until Balmor informed his spinal column that he did not need his wings temporarily and ripped them out of him.
No, he was certainly prepared to have them to not need his wings permanently. Balmor did not know that those wings would grow back.
Well,
Like
okay.
shedding, but very painful.
Better than the alternative.
If your left arm has been possessed by a demon and is actively strangling you, would you rather die or have me cut it off?
Guess what? There's an anime about that. It's good.
The third option.
That time a demon possessed my arm and jerked me off.
After doing that, they were able to get back, and they had to give a debriefing to,
Black Valor.
I don't remember his name. Black Valor, yeah, there he is. Thank you, guys. Love you. Black Valor effectively informed them that this is not generally considered a successful mission, even with them having the blade and stopping the bad guy.
I would like to point out, we did nothing to complete our actual mission. Our goal was to get the stuff back. Or, track down where all the things went. We tracked down where one of the artifacts went. There are still Dyson Sphere plans out there.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that.
Well, no, our goal was to track down the items and find the one responsible. We did a half of that. Well, we've done 3/4 of the job.
50% is still an F.
No, it's more like 60%. We got a D. That's passable.
Let's make it 70.
Because we also did recover one of the items.
I'm sure these
One of
items
the
are gonna
what? What was
show
it?
up
8?
later
I think
as
it was
bad
8
things.
items.
No, there's only, other than odds and ends, there's only 3 big things that were taken. One was
Fair
it was part of the Jade Emperor's palace, one of his icons of importance. It was the blade, which you found, and it was the Dyson Swarm plants. But they were on a theoretical level, as they've mentioned, and you would need the ability to mine a planet for them to become useful. Now, this is comic books, so that's totally 100% in the realm of just what could happen.
I'm just going to open up a portal to the infinite resources dimension. How about that?
It would be great for business.
Exactly.
No. You're going to pull an alternate Earth out from another dimension and use that.
Okay, so after that, they were allowed to chill out for a bit. They got food, they got rest, all that good stuff. And overall, nothing much important happened until Balthazar Lord was informed that his father would like to speak to him.
I got a call from Daddy.
Now, his father, being in the Supermax wooden prison cell, had a conversation with him, and there was a lot of talking, but not a lot said, surprisingly.
Professional yappers over here. I think we should leave it at that.
I think that's where we ended. There was some other stuff that was lost in the technical difficulty, but we'll just have to accept that. Alright,
Yes.
now we are all ready. The skies above Seaport have turned a color beyond gray, something bruised and sorrowful. A laden tapestry woven with threads of lightning.
Character sheet I have on
Beneath it, the coastal city gasped like a drowning man, buildings swaying against the howling winds, and the sea surging over the harbor walls with ancient fury. In the storm's heart, a dragonfly aircraft shudders as it breaks through the churning cloudscape. You've been sent on this mission immediately. In fact, not just you. Dozens of dragonflies are flying through and attempting to find safe passage through this horrible storm. The dragonfly bucks against the gale as it struggles to stay aloft, its engines howling with exertion. Rain batters and the reinforced fuselage, and a steady thrum of storm turbulence rattles every strut and bolt. Inside the cockpit, the air is thick with ozone and tension. The glow of the control panels flicker like dying stars. Below, Seaport lays half drowned and flickering. Its lights scatter like forgotten offerings. The ocean encroaches, not in anger, but with a quiet and full certainty, as if it had remembered something and was coming to collect it. But, Narichi, I assume you are the one piloting this vehicle.
Yeah, I don't know of anyone else that can. I am, and I'm stressing the heck out.
Now, technically speaking, Ursula Guard, the ERG, does have, like, trained pilots that can take these things out.
Okay, but that would be too dangerous to just have a trained pilot there that doesn't have any powers and would be able to do this. They're not a cameraman. They're not going to survive this, whatever comes next.
They're not a cameraman.
Some of the superheroes are literally just like dudes with special fancy gadgets and training. Like, that's literally all they are.
I have special gadgets attached to my back, and I have training. I mean, I'm a good candidate already.
Alright, in that case, I definitely need you to roll right now. I need you to roll, either you can wear coordination, or you can roll your pilot, and you can add your piloting skill to it right now.
Yeah, I'll roll for the coordination.
Also, Alex, that was some beautiful storytelling. It felt sort of like fan fiction.
I've been reading a lot of Tolkien, actually.
I rolled a 9.
That's really good.
Yes, it is very good.
You hold steady, but you hear over the comms, "We're entering the eye! Buckle down! Buckle down!" I've never flown through something like this. And then you see lightning strike a dragonfly to your left. The engine explodes. And it starts going down.
Oh, they're dead.
Huh. So this is like
You can watch it
from...
You can watch it as it descends
thingy.
rapidly before being swallowed by the ocean.
Shoot.
Should we try and save those things? Or like...
We can't. How are you supposed to get back up in here?
I am violently throwing up in the back, by the way.
Balmor
By the
is
way,
just napping
everyone
in the corner.
Everyone who's not piloting right now, can you guys roll me a coordination or a willpower check?
I would be sleeping.
Roll willpower to stay asleep.
This man was a soldier. He can sleep anywhere.
Right?
Yeah, but he's also alert all the time.
Balmor has never seen something of this magnitude before in his entire life.
Okay, well, I'm just saying he would unironically be trying to nap in the back, so he might not be as aware as he could be.
12 willpower.
Holy!
You're fine.
Wait, willpower?
Or coordination.
Okay.
His lowest stat.
By far. Okay, Blue, I think you're lucky today.
Well,
not lucky. 6.
Balmor, you're suddenly reminded of something. You almost have a flashback to your Arthurian days. And you see Camelot burning.
Yeah, it wasn't a fun day.
It was not set alight by some spark. It was not set alight by some wayward torch. But rather by dark magic. It made your skin crawl.
Under hindsight, would I add my occult to this?
Not right now.
Okay.
not yet.
You would... you remember feeling the heat, and you remember seeing, even as the waters were being thrown on, that the flames seemed to revolt against it. And it was sickening. You have a similar feeling right now, and it is the only other time you felt that. This storm seems angry, and you are approaching upon it.
I mean, we're already in
Deal
it.
with
We're
that
just going to the
bitch
eye.
Morgan again.
We all know a bitch named Morgan. I
What was
actually
your
cut
number?
that.
3.
Gabe,
Uh-oh.
you are jostled. You are being thrown about. You fall out.
Pinball.
What?
You have one chance. Does anyone want to try and grab him before he is actually fully out?
I cannot. I am
The
flying the
dragonfly
plane.
The dragonflies open up like those helicopters. They have the open side doors, right? So you can get out fast.
Oh, I'm the fastest one, but I'm the pilot.
I think I was the second fastest. I tried to grab
No. I
And
got him.
the
I
door-
got him.
The door has been thrown open by the wind, and this is what caused Dirks to suddenly lose his balance, and he is now tumbling backwards.
I didn't roll
I will
coordination.
I will grab him.
I didn't
because
roll coordination on this. That was willpower. Okay? Dirks was just like, not today. And
I feel like you weren't of sound mind. You weren't alert enough to be thrown back like that.
I will attempt to
If I
grab
try-
him and
Go ahead.
shove him
I tried to
in.
grab the 500
Grab him
pound
with coordination.
robot. I'm going to get
Grab
ripped in
him with
half.
coordination.
roll your coordination.
Yeah, I mean that's what it would be right now, right?
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Lucky blue.
Oh.
Not so lucky blue. 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Balthazar Lord. Now both of your friends are falling out of the plane.
we're going skydiving.
Can you, yell at me so I can do some maneuver?
Shit.
You are a
Do
machine.
you want to do a maneuver? Yes. Yeet them back in.
Wait, you glitched out. Is that all you said? Is do a maneuver, get him back in?
Yeah, if you want to do a maneuver, roll coordination plus pilot.
Alright, okay. Rolling. Oh, 9. I rolled a 9.
Balamor, you take a step and you grab on to the exposed metal plating under the neck of Durst. And while that is normally a safe spot, suddenly a jostling of the wind hits the side of the dragonfly and you lose your footing for just a second before a brilliant maneuver swinging you back hard to counteract the wind. Norichi does a slight 45-degree lift of the right side, which you are falling out of, and you are able to gain your footing back with your robotic friend now in tow.
Weird question, but wouldn't we have a door open on the other side, and we sort of did a massive maneuver here, and I
No, the
propose
other
that
door isn't
Balthazar-
open. Only one
The other
only
door
one's
is
open.
actually fully still. The other door is locked at the moment. Like it. The reason this one did is because some refuse hit the bolt and it came loose.
Oh, okay.
The other door was not hit by that refuse.
Why are you trying
Okay,
to kill
I'm-
me?
Okay, I'm just gonna
David?
take a second to look at the door. Is any of the is the hinge or whatever else broken there?
It's not broken. It came loose because of the refuse. So
Okay.
you could close it back.
Shut.
The sudden thunk of the door closing is suddenly brightened by a bolt of sickly green lightning striking the tail of another craft.
Green? Green
Yes,
lightning?
green.
Don't worry, it's plasma. You can deal with that. It's not
That's
wood.
still normal.
It's not wood, Gabe.
Is this a hovercraft or a
That's not
helicopter?
Your dragonfly. Norichi?
Wait a
Your
minute, I
system
just
split
take the light.
Oh my god.
Question: is this a hovercraft or a helicopter?
8.
Ornithopter.
I rolled an 8.
Ornithopter. Great.
And a smell like wet bones fills the cabin.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Um,
But we're alive.
How expensive are one of these things again?
You are fine.
Expensive enough.
And in fact, the other one that you saw got hit with lightning has made an emergency landing and has hit one of the tops of one of the buildings and has landed safely.
Wow.
In a storm?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Talk about best pilots ever. That's insane.
Balthazar Lord,
Yep.
you hear something far up and quiet. Listen. Listen.
I am listening. I don't say
I
that,
need to roll
but
occult.
roll occult.
Awareness plus occult or willpower plus occult. Your choice.
Okay. Ooh. 7.
That's good. That's good enough. You hear clearly in your mistress's voice.
Battery low.
The gates are open. The old teeth, remember.
The gates are open. Hell is full. Beware.
Blood fuel. I think Balthazar actually says that out loud. What the fuck does that mean? What did you
You
say
hear no more
again?
from her.
What?
You hear no more from her.
What was that again?
I believe it was the gates are
The
open.
gates are open. The old teeth, remember.
Do you just say that cryptically?
No. I just say,
Alright, boys.
what the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You guys see outside your window, Black Valor is flying by himself in the storm. He was able to sink down to a lower level, and he was able to grab the remains of the dragonfly with its crew intact and has pushed them onto shore. But he himself is attempting to still give stabilization to other crafts that are trying to land.
Wow.
This is an all hands on deck.
Shane,
There
the guy
is-
that can fly is flying the helicopter. Or the
Yeah.
helicopter.
there
Great, he's the only man who doesn't need a
is-
parachute. Everyone else, grappling. And I put on a parachute because, you know, I've fallen out of enough planes to, at this point, have learned my lesson.
What are you, kamikaze?
Well,
There
I mean,
is no one left at home base right now.
Wait a minute.
there's a really bad dream,
It-
y'all.
The all hands deck.
What?
Re-say that.
What are you guys going to do? You are. Oh, there's nobody left at home base.
What does that mean?
This became. As in every hero, every reserve member, everyone who's even learned how to pilot or emergency evac someone was called into service right now.
Oh.
Hangers
Where were we heading?
of. Hey Isaac.
Yes?
You remember what the place is called? I'm suddenly forgetting.
The
the name.
Nexus.
The Nexus. The hangars of the Nexus are empty.
Okay.
Every plane, biplane, ornithopter, helicopter, and quadcopter have been deployed to try and help this city.
You saw 3 rockets fire into low orbit.
So am I landing the plane? Like, what's going on? Am I landing the plane right now? It seems everyone else is
You
landing.
guys need to get ready because once you step off this plane, there will be no safe harbor. What do
I'm
you
ready.
want to
Y'all
prepare
ready?
for before you
We're
head
going
out?
to fucking D-Day, dog.
Oh, fetch. I'm ready. I've got. Ooh.
If you want to roll anything right now, as you have an opportunity to right now as well. Or if you want to say you brought in equipment, give me a determination point and say what equipment you brought.
I never bring equipment, so I'm set. I'm gold.
I am the equipment.
By the way, Alex, did I tell you I updated my character or no?
No.
Oh, fun. This'll be fun for all of us.
Did we ever make the distinction that I could or could not become Dirk's metal for my wings?
You could not become Dirk's metal.
Oh, okay.
It is
Just making sure.
unnatural to you,
Fair
and it's not even like the Pale Ronin's blade.
Yeah.
You physically don't understand how or why it cannot.
No, it's PTSD.
That is
Last time he touched a
Metal.
strange metal, it nearly killed
Well,
him.
no.
It might do it again.
I've asked this question before. I just didn't know if we clarified it, so that's why.
Yeah. You were asking a question. What was that question?
I was just gonna grab effectively whatever melee weapon they would have had in their arsenal that was vaguely my size. Because I don't like using...
You had a medieval halberd. Got it.
Okay!
Okay.
Can't complain about that.
I love to imagine it's just a normal size medieval halberd, so it's just a little stubby for me. Like it's kind of like the size of a broom.
Alright. You're approaching the first staging point. A half-destroyed hospital rooftop.
All right.
I need you to roll a piloting check.
Okay. Give me my thing. Okay. Is that off of coordination? What am I going off of here?
Coordination, that's usually what we're going to use
You're
piloting
piloting.
Okay, 6.
You're able to do it, but barely.
Yeah.
The storm suddenly picks up in an awkward position, and your dragonfly is sent careening to the left. You're able to pull off the maneuver to bring it back under control, but you are barely there. After you can pick up a little bit more, you would be currently hurtling towards one of the industry buildings.
Okay. That was close, guys.
Do you
Sorry.
remember the frickin' scene from frickin'...
Yeah, freak that.
I'm gonna step outside and grab onto the side of the frickin' ornithopter and make sure it gets down and stays down in this intense wind.
I need a strength roll in that case, as the ornithopter is fighting you at this point.
Yes.
Didn't I land it?
And it's going
Isn't
to
it
need to be
okay?
high.
Well, this is more of just I'm trying to help you get it down, and with hurricane force winds apparently everywhere.
Fair enough.
The aircraft kind of wants to go up in...
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to be decapitated
Boop.
by a roof shingle.
Okay.
8.
That's good enough. You're able to drag it down, and everyone's able to get off safely without any problem, though you can feel the wings picking up. When you let this go, that ornithopter is no longer under your control.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could deploy the wings? Is there anything I can do to keep it from flying away?
Ornithopters, these do not have wings in the traditional sense.
Oh. Is there literally anything I could do as the pilot?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, boys. Okay.
Hey, Alex, I have an idea.
7.
Wait a minute.
No,
Hold on.
6.
Balor, what's your idea?
Oh no, that's the idea for how it could mechanically happen.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
guys. Isn't this like an ornithopter, like hovercraft? That
Vaguely.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
It's a VTOL. It's a vertical
Right.
takeoff.
So, why would the wind be affecting it if it doesn't have airfoils?
Well, it does. It just has very, very,
And it is a 7.
very,
I'm bad
very
at
thin
math.
airfoils.
It's a
that are-
7.
But also,
So when it landed,
hey,
it'd just be a hunk of
hey,
metal.
Dave, you know what else doesn't have airfoils but can be affected?
Your house.
Everything else at this level.
You ever see man's house get picked up and taken away?
Into the ground and being rolled out. Concrete rebar is being yeeted around like toys.
Cool, I can't wait to step outside and roll like 7 strength rolls to not die.
Yes.
I will give you this. What you can see right now on the top of this damaged hospital is several sets of thick, heavy cabling that were normally used during high-pressure wind situations just like this to ensure that the medical takeoff helicopters don't go careening away.
Fair enough. Okay, so...
And there is a good chance that this is built directly to the foundation of the bloody building, and it might be able to hold. By the way, y'all are in the UK.
Okay, cool. Anyway...
Oh, so this is literally the worst weather they have ever had.
What kind? What? Okay, this may sound a bit pedantic. What part of the UK are we in? Like,
You're on the east coast in the...
okay, so we're up against the North Sea, and weather's not normally good, but this is particularly bad.
If you want, you can roll me history, particularly Balmore.
Sweden.
Anyway, I rolled 7 for intelligence.
Yeah, you secured the plane, at least for the moment.
I'd imagine it
Unless
have.
the storms become real bad, you'll be fine. Balmore, if you want to know more about Seaport and the situation you're currently in play.
Yeah. Also, I'd imagine that this ornithopter would be designed to launch off of carriers, and hence it'd have to have proper tie downs and other things to be on the top of an
Yes.
aircraft carrier.
Yes. The reason that you can keep this at all is because it was designed by superheroes in a superhero setting for superhero shenanigans.
Like this.
Okay, another pedantic question. You said this is the east coast of the UK and we're in a hurricane?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
not
supposed to be
literally we're dealing with hurricane force winds.
Well, actually, technically, you're about to be hit by a tsunami.
Oh, did we know that? I didn't know that.
The frick?
So the North Sea is mildly more angry than it normally
This
is.
is definitely not a natural storm.
No.
My
Yeah,
man,
that's-
on your phone, look up a video of the North Sea. Ships going through the North Sea.
Balmore, what is that roll?
Anyways, should I add anything for my qualities? I'm from this area. Would I add anything? Or just pure intelligence?
Yeah. I mean, just add a +2 to it.
Okay.
I'm going to give that.
Give me up.
The fun bit about
Wonderful. That'd be a 7 total.
Seaport is an ancient city. Before the British overtaking of it, before the Germanic tribes, before all of that, there were the Romans. And they built this city upon the ruins of the Celts. This city has been a trading port since the land was discovered. And over time, the old buildings were overhauled and new skeletons were placed on top of them. Dozens of refurbishing and rebuilds have been done on this thing, and each time in preparation for the next conquering kingdom. There are many buildings here that have withstood storms of magnitudes powerful, and multiple buildings have been reinforced for war. However, even this city, which is a major port town today, and has been a major port town since the founding of London, when it used to be called Londinia, are being wrecked aside.
Oh yeah, I know. A city like this would have frickin' defenses and battlements from the first Viking raids to ones designed to fight the Nazis during World War II. I'm sorry.
The city
Fun.
is a
To fight the Germans.
the
in
city
World
is
War
a
II.
mess of architecture and changing styles of generations.
Yep. Okay.
And Mother Nature has found it lacking.
Mother Nature can suck my dick.
Balthazar lore has been flown off the buildings. Speed.
That's funny.
Balthazar Lord just.
Well, I do hop out of the
Our little wink sniper boy
but-
gets blown away.
dragonfly.
Well, I
guys-
mean, to be fair, first off, he's used to yes wins because he just likes flying. You are a giant frickin' tungsten cube, and I'm a literal brick wall of meat. Yeah, if anyone's flying, it's gonna be
a
him.
sickly, thin, like almost dying looking man. Anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Okay.
my man's one jacket, one trench coat away from being a kite.
Yeah, that's fair.
all right.
Get a piece of
Stepping
string.
stepping off the dragonfly, you see that the top of this building is already on fire, and that seems to be a general consensus across multiple buildings here. The storm is raging. However, multiple oil fires and grease fires have sprung up due to the ensuing chaos. Whatever medical helicopters were supposed to be here are likely below you at this point, thoroughly beating the concrete in a rather macabre mingling of steel and stone. The top entrance to the building is there,
Over here, we're supposed to be here.
We're
but
saving the city
Okay.
from a tsunami.
amid the chaos, a golden shimmering disc flickers through the rain. It is on top before entering the building proper.
A golden.
Static coils around it.
The frick?
Huh, that's weird. Anyways, is this a children's hospital? We need to get kids out of here.
Oh
Do
yeah.
you approach the top entrance of the roof?
I go through the roof entrance.
As you get closer, you see the golden plate. It's actually roughly the size of like a small swimming pool, like you get for your kids, right? So it's a kind of a big piece. And then the static coils into a humanoid shape.
Ah, shoot.
A holographic beacon is still being powered even amid the chaos.
Oh.
So this is a
Hey.
hologram. Okay.
A digital man forms, tall and square-shouldered, dressed in holographic impression of a long coat. The beacon pulses like a lone star behind a veil of storms. This is Acting Commander Everba. All citizens proceed west towards City Hall. The reinforced substructure is holding. Follow the signal. Trust the light.
Should we go there, City Hall, then? Do we know where that is?
I mean, we need to get people there.
Well, people
Yes.
might already be there. We don't know how long this has been going on for.
This is Acting Commander Everba. All citizens proceed west towards City Hall. The reinforced substructures is holding. Follow the signal.
we ain't
Trust the
citizens.
light.
We need to get citizens there.
Fair enough.
One question: wouldn't it be just better to hunker down during this storm, or would the buildings just collapse?
You've
Well,
already seen multiple buildings have collapsed and are being swept away into the ocean.
and all the other heroes
And they
are currently
Probably
going through
bigger
stuff.
tsunami is about to hit, if I'm very real.
Yeah.
I am going
The-
to try to tune out all of the storm, as the people talking around me and trying to listen for anyone else in this. From anything from people actively getting escorted across the street or children crying or anything else.
In the meantime, I'm going to go down into the hospital and actually look for people.
I'm
Fair
gonna go with
Okay.
Balthazar,
First-
but quick question.
First, Balmore, roll an awareness test.
What decibel is the storm?
Yes. It's very loud.
Okay,
You can still
Balthazar.
hear each other talk, but you have to be very close to each other to hear it.
So Balthazar, you Durst have it covered pretty much on the inside. I'm not
8?
really good on the inside,
Yeah.
as we've seen in the past.
Balmore,
Yes.
Should
Okay.
What should
You
I
can
do
see
in the meantime?
a dozen things right
Wait,
now.
he's talking.
And we're going to start from top to bottom. Okay? The top thing is, other VTOLs are showing up. Multiple dragonflies, multiple stingwings, dozens of other aircraft are being piloted, but most of them are in rough landing zones already and are having to be supported by other heroes already. It has a multi-pronged issue, and multiple other buildings that were already pre-located are being landed upon and heroes are getting out. You also see multiple just civilian groups desperately clinging to get out into the actual raging storm, trying to make their way westward to City Hall, but they seem motionless and panicked at this moment in time. The actual building underneath you is an empty hospital. It was picked as such because it was one of the first evacuated places and already has tunnels leading to substructures that lead to City Hall reinforcements. You are in the heart of the city.
Okay,
Go it. Yes, Nurishi?
here's what I'm thinking. I am not good in buildings or around it. I remember Black Valor was going around trying to help aircrafts land. I can do that. I can fly. I can save people like that. So should I go separately from the party, guiding people to City Hall, and if they fly away, I catch them? I mean, it's my thing.
Okay.
I'm good in the air.
If you want to do that, I will not stop you. And in fact, that is saving people, which is your main goal.
Honestly,
Yes.
you are probably one of the top 10 heroes the entire frickin' thing has in the air.
Yeah.
You should be up there helping the
Right.
people still up there.
Because
Us here on the ground, we'll take care of people here on the ground.
that's what I'm thinking. If it's okay, I know splitting the party can be difficult, but if that is something my character would do, and I'm good.
You'll just have to expect that I'm going to be a little confused at times and
That's okay.
not give you as much light as possible.
That's all right because I'm doing what my character would do best.
Hey,
Yes, Balmore again.
I'm gonna grab 2 flares out of the ornithopter. Should have some in
Okay.
the emergency kit.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you.
But there should be. I'll keep one. You take this other if you need help.
Yo, that's a good idea. Okay.
You do see Black Valor and also a few others. Miss Planet is one, and also what's her name? Madam Starstruck, are attempting to keep the storm back.
Okay, I guess I'm headed their way then.
They are not doing well.
I'm headed their way.
Norichi,
Yes.
I would like to say, knowing you can fly fast enough to go from Japan to where we were going in about 30 minutes, right? You are just fast enough to outfly this storm and probably strong enough to do
For
so,
sure.
right? And if you can, carry a person or a small person, you can just slowly thin out groups of children.
Right.
There is a problem there. That was in perfect conditions. The sea was calm that day, and the land was calmer.
Yes.
Neither of those are true in this instance.
But the thing is, I'm not going to be going full speed. I'm just going
It's still
I
also
will still fly.
better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
Also,
Yes, no, I
also-
agree. Norichi, you take. Now, the only two people that are here right now that are seeing this hologram, which once again repeats the following line: this is Acting Commander Elba. All assistants proceed west towards City Hall. The reinforced substructure is holding. Follow the signals. Trust below. But
and you
there's
said
something
prop.
strange. Dirks. He turns directly to you, and his eyes focus with uncanny precision, like a figure from a half-remembered dream. To those who still bear the strength to fight, Seaport needs you. This storm is not blind. It knows. It is choosing. I need you on the ground. Save them. Buy us time.
Okay, that's fine.
Anxiety.
The hologram can't see me, right? The hologram can't see you, right?
Do you want to roll for that? What
Wait,
are you
what?
rolling? Tell me.
Perception.
I want to see if it can see me.
What's that, my friend?
That would be intelligence, right?
That
That's
could
fair.
work, yeah.
Cool, 6.
Is that enough? It is.
Heck yeah.
There's something odd in the flicker of the hologram. An unnatural tremor in his hand. A momentary distortion in his face. Too symmetrical to be human. Then the hologram flickers and fades, and the storm picks up,
Could
and
be.
you are forced inside the hospital.
Ah, shoot.
Oh, fudge. I think my backstory is coming to get us, guys.
Well, I'm seeing groups cowering in fear and other
The
bits.
the Green Knight of Arthurian legend must come to be.
Yes. So I'm just going to frickin'
Fuck night.
So I'm going to not even go inside the hospital. I'm going to try to figure whatever direction the wind's coming from and try to slide down that part of the building. Because if there's a 50-mile-an-hour wind pushing me up against the wall, a little bit easier to climb down.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, I definitely need you to roll something here. Is fortitude a thing? I feel like fortitude has to be in at this point.
Strength is the
You
fortitude
being-
stat of this.
Yeah, you're being thrown into a wall at gale force speed.
Watch as our whole rogues gallery is all just working in conjunction.
That would suck.
Yeah. To do wonderful. That is a 9.
Okay, we're gonna get back to you though.
Our rogues galleries came back to fight us all at the same time. I wouldn't be too
let's make
concerned
this
about
clear.
mine.
Let's make this clear right now. You made it down safely, okay?
Okay. I'm going to tell you my plan here. My plan is to try to effectively... You said that there was tunnels from the hospital into the whatever safe place there was?
The city hall, yes.
My goal was to get the nearby groups, grow
We're
giant,
moving
and
from you right now.
and move
yes,
to-
We're moving from you right
Fair
at this moment. Okay. Balthazar, Lord, and Durst.
Yeah,
You
I'm
enter
here
into the
too.
hospital, and it is empty.
You've entered.
The power itself on all the lights has gone out, and only the emergency lighting gives you any form of what is around you.
Makes sense.
It casts the entire building in red.
Is there anybody left in here?
Can I?
Something cool.
You hear an echo. Is anybody left in here? Is anybody left in here? Is anybody left in here? And it goes on and on,
I can go.
being swallowed by the darkness.
Question. Can I take one of the light bulbs out and just like hold it funny and light it up?
You want? Yes. Yes, absolutely you can. Energy transfer is like an entire thing that you're all about.
You better be able to do this.
That is perfect, and I love it.
In the meantime, I'm going to take flashlight.
Nice.
And just like do a quick search of any room to see if there's anybody who's
Roll awareness.
who's unable to move. Awareness, that is good roll. I just put my phone down. Where did I go? Yeah, there.
You've moved down several layers at this point, yelling at any
6.
command, seeing if anybody can talk to you. You've so far been met with silence.
That is good, I believe. Anyways, that was okay. You never mind. Yay!
The number.
Oh, 6. I thought you said that.
I thought you were psychic.
You
Wait a minute. I know one.
see something in the dark. But as you move your flashlight there, it's gone.
It watches there's like a bioweapon inside of the hospital that's eaten all of the people and absorbed their energy, and now we have to fight it.
Buddy, people are gone. Buddy, calm down. There are 2 of you in this party. Careful. What you
Me,
do.
Isaac is just like, there's nothing in here. Character's just like, I hope somebody with shadow powers isn't stuck in here.
Yeah. If only we've met a shadow character before. Huh. Crazy.
I mean, we met a black dude.
Okay, calling
And the
calling
show-
a man as Umbra Nighttime Black with no depth a black dude feels a bit misleading.
I'm talking about Black Valor, man. We haven't even met that guy.
You've met Nightbringer. He was there.
He was there. He was present. We didn't speak to him.
Well, speaking to him's hard, okay?
Fair enough.
Anyway,
Yeah, he's black. It's hard.
I'm going to snap my light around the room a little bit more before I just move on. I can't really be bothered to linger too long at the moment.
You're able to make your way entirely down, and the building remains empty. Though you do notice something concerning on the bottom level. It looks as though the reinforced underground passage has been forced open. And I do not mean in a hurry by a bunch of cowering citizens. The reinforced, 3-inch thick steel door is bent. As though something quite strong yanks it off its hinges.
Oh.
Alex, as a generalization, how much of the population tends to have superpowers?
In this world, well, we're playing sort of with the early 2000s Batman the Animated Series, so usually like 1 person per metropolitan area. So,
So
With
the
a-
chances
Yes.
of a rogues gallery.
super large amount, but
So like
certainly
probably more like
than
10 or
maybe-
so per metropolitan area.
Like one and a half superheroes with a bunch of villains.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty unfair mixture of, you get, maybe 5 superheroes to, 10 crazy people that want to take over the world. You know how it is.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to look around, signal to... I pointed. Dirks, yeah. Be like, hey, I found something. Not someone, ideally.
When are we gonna get an energy-based village?
Today.
Be careful what you wish for.
Should not have said that. Actually, you should have said that. Never mind.
Are you coming, champ?
Balmor,
Yep.
I lied. We're not going to you first. Norichi,
Let's go.
I need you to roll coordination right out the gate.
Gotta keep
Moving
you
in this
toes.
storm on flight is impossible without difficulty.
6.
Even with the difficulty, you were able to slowly but adeptly avoid the refuse and the lodgings of trees, bark, and buildings that are thrown your way, and it seems intentional at this point.
Oh, lovely. By the
You were
way,
able to,
my wings are carbon fiber right now. Lightest but durable.
you were able to deftly and carefully, but ever so painfully slowly make your way over to these other flying characters. You see Black Valor, and he's holding buildings that are about to go before eventually giving up on one after the last of the civilians have been pulled out. You see Madame Starstruck as she is holding back with her immense psychic might the actual gale force winds and the oncoming tsunami. However, even with her considerable powers, she is losing this battle. And you even see other characters of whom you do not recognize flying about, zipping hither and thither, attempting to gain all access they can, save who they can, before being forced yet again to reposition against the oncoming waves, which have now started to reach up. And when they crash upon what used to be, what could have been, the sea wall, are now raising up 40 to 50 feet high waves of pure blackened water.
Oh, shoot. That's bad. Okay. So, you said the other
Can
flying
you tell I've been reading Tolkien? Can you
Yeah,
tell?
there
Can
you
you
go.
tell I've been enjoying
Sure.
Tolkien in the way he talks?
Okay, so I've got to break this down a little bit. There's nothing I can do to help the two big heroes. I literally cannot do much to help them. But the other flying characters, I'm probably honestly better at navigating than them. I'm just gonna throw it out there. So
You're certainly not worse.
yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out what they're trying to do, what the game plan is, get in on it, and do it better than them.
As of the moment, the game plan is very simple. The actual thing on the beach is going to be washed away.
Okay, so
And
people out.
No, but you can.
You glitched out. Say it again.
Every people out that you can find. It is just lightweighting people in the last nick of time.
Okay, got it.
Balmor, you raised your hand.
You were breaking up.
Yes. What did you not get?
No,
It should be.
no, I was trying to let you know you were breaking up.
Yeah, it's good now. We covered it. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm just hauling people out of there. I'm trying to haul people out of there.
Most of the places are already desolate. I need you to make an awareness check to see if there's anybody left on the beach.
Okay.
If there's somebody left on the beach here, they are fucked.
Um,
But it would be
Like, damn, that's gonna be the worst day. You're just stuck on the
Mildly,
beach.
hey, they're mildly better than a Volkswagen Beetle that just drove off the Golden Gate Bridge.
-1.
Y'all heard of flash floods, but have y'all heard of flash hurricanes?
So I roll a -1 in awareness. I don't see anybody.
There's nobody on the beachhead, and there's nobody even in the inner ring right away. You see people further out, nearing unto, we'll say about a mile inland. About a mile inland.
Okay. Guess I'm heading there then, since I can't just keep standing here. So I go that way.
Well, you're not standing there in the first place.
Yeah, I'm flying all over the place. All right.
You can immediately see City Hall from where you're at, though. It is the only building with any lights on, and these are those large, very classic superhero beacon lights
Yeah.
that are going fully off. They are bright in the sky, and maybe the only light left in the city at this point.
Okay. Cool.
All right, you go in. You can only take at most one person, or perhaps two children.
Yeah.
And the first things you come across are a small family huddled inside of a house. The house is already on its last legs, and you only see enough time to get one or two of them out.
Okay. Kids first. Kids first. Adults can manage themselves better than kids can. They're objectively,
He can carry more kids.
I can carry 2 kids. The adults, they
Two
have
small boys,
Okay.
possibly ages 8 and 10, are wrapped around by your wings.
Okay.
You can try and signal other heroes to get to your position, but they might be busy.
Well, Mal, watch as there's like 3 kids
If
here.
only you had like a
pick.
flare or something.
I'm not using that yet. Okay, is there anything around I could possibly turn my wings into for like a brief second that could light up? I don't think the flare will work. I can't use that.
You could touch the phosphorus and light yourself on fire.
I can't just light myself on fire without...
What do your wings turn into exactly?
I'm trying to figure out what they would turn into.
Chrome.
Because chrome? Would that be enough?
It'd be shiny as fuck if there's any light, but
But there's no light.
There is
That's-
lightning continually striking.
You'd be far brighter.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. We'll do chrome for like a brief second, and I'm sure there's cars around. I can find chrome.
Well, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
stainless steel.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically cars are actually at this point flying past you. You're able to catch up to one of them.
All right, so
Okay.
I
Touch a
grab
car,
one,
or a car will touch
and
you.
I've got like chrome wings. I give some of my feathers to the freaking adults, and I was like, just hold on to these. I signal. Maybe someone saw, maybe someone didn't, and then instantly carbon fiber wings are back. I've got to get these kids out of here. So I'm starting.
I need you to make a willpower check right now. This is effectively you trying to get somebody to get to you.
Okay.
That's
That's
plus 2 from your good idea.
It's a 7. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. You do see somebody show up, and it is somebody you do not recognize. They have a full wingsuit on. Well, not a wingsuit. They've got a full suit of Iron Man style armor.
Let's
That
go.
happen.
Let's freaking go.
They've all at this point they have been able to get the adults, and they're actually taking the sewer
That's
to try and
fine.
get to the city hall.
That's fine. All right. Cool.
Did we
You're
just
able to
see
fly to
great
City
value
Hall.
Iron Man?
I need you to roll this time a coordination check with a -2 with the 2 kids. Even with them being small and young, you are not used to flying with this extra wing.
It would be a 5, but yeah, it'd be a 5 with the -2.
You're able to make good distance, but you're not able to get there yet.
That's okay.
You're getting closer to City Hall, but you were forced to stop as a group of the wandering trees being taken away by the storm clipped the back of your wings.
Ah, shoot.
The Ents.
It didn't throw you into the water, but you got near unto it, so you had to take a second to breathe. Balmore,
Yes, tree.
hi. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Well, as I was saying before, my goal was to get the nearest group of civilians and lead them into the hospital's basement, trying to send them through those tunnels.
Sure, that sounds good to me. Do you want to see everything around you so you can make your informed decisions?
Didn't I already roll awareness for that?
No, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you the scene.
Okay.
The cold hits you first as you exit the hospital. Well, I suppose you didn't technically exit the hospital, but as you go lower, the cold begins to intensify. Almost freezing, you would imagine. And if the water wasn't in such a rushing pace, it would probably freeze over. It clings to your skin like wet hands as your boots splash down in knee-deep flood of water. Well, maybe for you it's more closer to ankle-deep. You're a big guy after all.
Thigh deep. Not
Seaport's
that,
main streets have turned into a winding river of debris, shattered signs, floating trash bins, and occasionally wheels from something heavier. The rain is relentless, falling in sheets that slap against the pavement in every direction. The city seems to groan under its own weight. You can't hear much beyond the storm, and the occasional snapping of wires or creaking of buckled metal. But then through the roar, you hear shouting. You can see 3 groups right now near you. Around the corner, a city bus is launched sideways along a light pole, half submerged. A man stands on its roof, waving frantically with glow sticks, in an attempt to gain anybody to see him. Besides him, a woman is gripping 2 children to her chest, and the bus is drifting off slowly, dragged by the current towards a sunken underpass. If it slips under, they'll go with it.
I will immediately
Well,
grow to.
that's only one group.
Okay.
Hold on, Spider-Man. You must choose.
Oh, no.
Closer by, a man clings to the roof of a hatchback caught between lampposts. Overhead, a billboard sign groans on a rusted support, swaying violently. It will not last long. To the right, a pair of kids and a soaked shepherd dog are marooned on a stone staircase of a building of which you cannot recognize anymore, as most of it has been torn away. Nearby, a broken power line lashes in the wind, spitting sparks, dirking like a serpent.
You know what they always say, women and children first. Those are kids.
Say that second one again, just so I got it clearly.
A man on a hatchback is caught between two lampposts. He is currently stable, however, overhead a billboard sign groans, one for Dr. Kramer's toothpaste, is on rusted supports and swaying violently. It will not last long. Now, if you want, your companions have just now made it to the bottom floor and discovered the ripped open metallic tunnel.
How loud can you shout?
You can grab them.
What was your character's name again?
Darks.
Dirks, I need some help out here.
9 out of 10 doctors recommend you don't get hit by a car.
I need to speak to that 10th motherfucker right now.
Okay.
You exit into the scene and you see much the same. It is a nightmare out here.
I got the bus and the billboard. You take care of the ones on the steps.
Sounds good.
I will immediately grow
Hey.
to the. Yeah?
Energy transfer.
Yes, I have a plan here, though.
Sure. Yes, okay.
Watch
Go
as you
ahead,
get struck by
Balmor,
lightning.
start me up. Now this is important. Are you going to grow taller and bigger?
Oh, shoot.
I was about to say that. I'm immediately growing to the maximum size.
Bro, lightning.
Okay, you are not going to be swept away by the current, which you are very likely to do if you did not do this.
Always.
It is a raging torrent. 1 foot in, even at your increased size, and you can feel the pull, and it is yanking and tugging. You are able to resist, considering you can get, what, 10 feet tall?
It is
15 to 18
It
feet
is.
now. We keep upscaling it.
It is
18 feet.
25 feet, if I remember correctly. but I'll
28
check
feet.
it. 21 feet tall.
25 feet
You
tall.
are massive. You can actually feel the concrete underneath you give way a little bit to your mass and your weight.
And I am
And
sprinting
Now-
for the bus.
you still need to be careful because even a river can take down a full-grown man if his footing is not sure. I need coordination from you.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Whoa.
That is a 10.
You were able to find good footing, and when you are not able to find good footing, you force good footing. The asphalt creaks where you need it to creak, and you are standing on cars and on lampposts and on anything that will not give, you crush it into the ground. Each step like a roaring hammer into the ground. You were able to, within only a few strides, make it to the bus. It is still going down, and you have one action before it is in that underpass, but you can grab it.
I am going to put myself between it and the overpass and push it to the side of the hospital.
Oh,
You
self-sacrifice.
push.
What?
I need a strength roll, but I think you'll be fine.
Hopefully.
Watch as he fails this and just murders his character.
-1. 8.
-1.
8. The bus screeches and scrapes, and it does so protestingly. And you push, and it is safely at the hospital. The hospital itself is on raised ground, and it is barely in the dryness, though that can only last for so long at this rate. But it is safe for now. The man at the billboard is going to go under soon, but that is not. But that is something you can deal with now. First,
Okay.
Yeah.
the power lines are whipping wildly. The German Shepherd is barking in anguish, and the kids unsurprisingly, are crying.
Wow.
Put down the dog.
Like that.
We're fighting
how many
nature
kids were
here.
there?
I'm not going to fight it with 2 hands behind my
Excuse me?
back.
How many kids were there?
Fair enough.
There are 2 kids, 2 young boys,
Alright.
My character's right now.
and their golden dog. The power lines are whipping, and it will not take long before a, let's call it, bad accident with water and lightning plays, though.
Alright. I'm just gonna grab the 2 kids.
Okay, now you're being pretty presumptuous, mister. I'm not 25 feet tall.
He's still a 7 foot tall motherfucker.
And he's like 500 pounds or something. I
You
don't know.
realize the water is cresting over buses.
Over buses? What'd you call me out here for? What am I gonna do? You know what? We'll just.
What would I do?
You know what?
Well, because I needed help, and I wasn't going to ask him for it.
Like, that wouldn't kill me, but I would just be sitting there watching kids die. Like, damn, I wish I could do something about this.
Give him a quick death.
You need to
Absorb
unless
the
you
freaking
need
electricity,
energy,
bro.
You are a robot.
Yeah.
You don't need to breathe.
That is also true.
I don't
Good
need
point.
to do a lot of things. We're just gonna. Well, I'm gonna go to the kids first. Obviously, I need to be
Okay.
at their location to help them out.
This is forcing you into the actual raging river that is Main Street. How do you intend to do this? Do you intend just to simply take it as it is, using a strength roll, or are you planning to jump across whatever solid refuse you can, jumping with coordination, or do you have some other play at this moment in time?
You said there's power lines here, right?
There are power lines. Most of them are snapped, but not all of them.
Can I Tarzan?
Would the poles hold you?
I'm gonna say the poles will hold them. They were built for these gale force winds. Maybe not these ones in particular, but they were built to withstand very bad European weather.
And it's more likely the wires just snapped because something went through them.
European weather is very nice.
Unless it's not.
Until it isn't. They
Especially,
are never prepared in their dumbass concrete
especially in
buildings.
on the east and northern coasts of Great Britain.
Britannia. Alright, Mr. Tarzan of Britannia.
Yeah.
You can find
What?
wires still connected that have sunk. I'm going to need you to roll probably coordination for this, you know.
Alright.
How's your coordination?
I think it's a 5. 5?
Even. I'll give it to you. You are jumping from wire to wire, and several do snap, but fortunately they are in bundles at this point in time. Whatever's left of them, at least. You eventually jump to the live wires, and you are holding onto them, and they begin to shock and to spark. You are one jump away from the kids. How are you getting there? You are holding onto the live wires that were currently threatening them, but you can move no further without dealing with that problem.
Just grab the live wires.
You are.
Okay, you grab them right now. And they shoot out their electricity in protest into you directly.
Cool.
Yay!
Let's go.
Finally!
Electricity.
What's your plan here? They are still connected to something.
Tug.
What is
We're
your
just gonna
actual
shoot the
full plan?
wires.
You're going to destroy the wires at their base.
Yeah, just shoot them with the energy blast.
Roll. Or like, what's the power level?
I believe it's an 8.
Yeah,
You
but
really did
the
build your
wooden
whole
beam-
character around energy bases and made your weakness wood.
You know, so long as he doesn't get hit with a telephone pole, he'll be fine.
What do you think these power lines are connected to?
The power lines are connected to a wooden pole. What is not on that wooden pole, that is not made of wood, is the power regulator boxes, which have gone haywire. And you disintegrate it. Whatever power is in that box is destroyed, and the power lines go dead.
How perfect.
Sweet. Now we just have to get the kids back across.
Balthazar.
Yep.
So So I'm seeing that.
You're not Balthazar.
What's up, Ballamore? How you doing? You guys' names are
Yeah,
terrible.
Balthazar's a lot taller and healthier than I
He's been hitting the gym.
You are staring down pure darkness of these tunnels. What do you want to do?
I mean, these two are bringing civilians right in.
I walk away. No. Fuck, I shouldn't do that. Before I shout anything to my friends, I was gonna call them the Goober Squad, but they're doing hero things.
They're doing your things right now, actually.
Yes. I'm going to shine flashlight down down the tunnel and see if I see anything from there.
The flashlight goes for about 20 feet before even its illumination is all but consumed by the darkness. It is not the most powerful flashlight your company has ever
What is
built.
this fucking horror game flashlight, bro?
Welcome to the 2003 Himalayas. You're not gonna have a good light.
Well, it is an abandoned hospital into a dark tunnel that's been ripped open by some creature. What do you think your flashlight was gonna do?
I don't know. I don't want to fight fucking Pyramid Head down here, though.
Your flashlight reaches to the end of this particular part of the hallway into a right turn.
Oh, is it a maze?
And you can tell that there are stairs reaching down just after that going underground.
Hopefully, but maybe it's a dungeon break, yo.
Fuck it, I just continue down
It
this.
smells like rot.
Like rot?
This is the Maze Runner all over again, bro.
Like rot.
Huh, that's fun.
Shoot, dude.
Well, you're about to get a bunch of civilians and 2 heroes to help you, unless...
Yeah, like
I
the
hope the
civilians would help.
aren't gonna there.
Like the dog. Yeah, that's gonna be a great help.
Come on, boy! Gets fucking obliterated.
Golden Retriever.
Okay,
Retriever of souls.
I just imagined, like, you know the tank in Left 4 Dead? I just imagine that happening to a fucking German Shepherd. Like,
I'm imagining the goat from Jurassic Park.
Oh my god.
no! I'm just gonna continue onward. I need to, at the very least, make sure this place is clear before...
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Die? You can't.
Before I signal that civilians should come through this way, because these tunnels are meant to go to a safe location, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Ideally.
they're connected to other tunnels, of course, but actually, as far as subterranean horror video game tunnels are concerned, these are pretty nice. There's signage and lines and actually maps pretty much all over the place at every entrance point. You can clearly plot out a route to City Hall, which was the reinforced bunker area that was being talked about
Yeah.
by the hologram.
In that case, I'm just going to go down the stairs, do a quick check, and make sure that it's vaguely safe before heading
There is
back
no
up.
water. There is no cracks in the foundation, and there is no water leaking in. However, there is a small coating of red liquid on the ground.
Oh, great. That's
I
lovely.
kneel down, see how viscous it is first, and on my fingers.
It is very watery.
Oh, lovely. It's rust.
Lick.
Lake.
It certainly tastes like water, with a small, noticeable hint of iron.
Of what?
Iron. Yeah, so it's probably blood. Or somebody was like, yeah, funny, let's put some red liquid on the ground and lace it with cyanide.
Right.
The thing is, I'm immune to that!
Something is to be noted. It is old.
It's old. What?
Very old.
What do you mean very old?
How long's this storm been going on?
Only for about... I'm so glad you asked that.
Yeah.
The storm suddenly appeared about 8 hours ago.
Old?
Before then, it was simply a gray, overcast average average English day.
Huh. So normal British weather.
Yeah.
Can I see where this trails back to? Like the red mysterious iron liquid.
You better call that dog.
It is,
It'll help you real good.
it is behind you, not in the direction you have to go, but in the direction of something moved that way.
But it's old.
Okay. I'm going to... By the way, I changed how this works flavor-wise. It doesn't actually change anything, but... the way that my gun works is that it has two configurations, rifle and pistol mode. Rifle mode is just the upper, effectively. Pistol mode is just a pistol, but it acts as the lower for the gun. It's the same gun, doesn't work any differently. I just think that looks cooler.
Sick.
It's trigger. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to switch it to pistol mode. Hold it at a vague,
Gigs the
Big-
paradise.
well, vaguely at the down the tunnel, and I'm just going to just try to track it back to its source, see if it's anything I should be worried about.
Okay, we're moving on from you at this point.
Yay!
Narichi,
Yes, my liege.
you managed to make it to City Hall at this point.
Let's go.
You've dropped the kids off, and you've made your way back to the rounds to try and get more into the east.
All right.
You
Let's do
notice
this.
something.
Okay, what do I notice?
A sickly green mist is rolling in from the ocean.
Ah, heck no. That's not.
And you see some of the heroes that are out there begin to cough.
Oh
And you
shoot.
even see several of them in the air, plummet down.
I want to so badly go and save him. What does my conscience say?
What does his common
common
sense
sense!
say?
If you're asking what your streetwise says, it's saying that whatever this mist is dangerous.
That's a bad idea, my guy.
Unfortunately, it's also telling you that you're a hero, bud.
Yeah, I know it's telling me that. I'm talking about my freaking ability, bro.
His common
Like,
yeah,
my
sense.
common
streetwise?
sense. Yeah,
Your streetwise,
sure. I guess that's what we'll call it. Whatever.
you are going to need to be able to survive multiple checks to your fortitude
I can't.
in
do
order
that.
to actually make a difference right now. But if you don't go right now, you are liable for multiple heroes to die in the...
Or citizens.
Oh my gosh, there's no citizens, right? It's just heroes.
Just heroes at this moment in time.
How many?
There's probably 3 that have fallen out right now, and the rest have retreated further back to safety.
Okay, other
Wait,
heroes
the other
have run
ones
away.
retreated and they didn't go into the mysterious mist to save their comrades. Jeez, are they really heroes? Something
Yeah, I
like
think those guys are the ones that are most liable here. Let's be real.
that. You know, the mist rolling in, I immediately it was like, oh, like Megamind.
Oh my
Balmer,
gosh.
What?
You right.
There's.
you need to save the last man that's going to be hit by the billboard. The bus is safe for now, but that billboard is 1 second away from going. As he is the last person on your agenda, this is going to be a higher roll.
Are there cars moving by?
To where he is,
Floating by.
nothing that
No,
you can
right
use.
by me.
You're gonna throw a
For
car, my
what
guy?
purpose?
I'm intending to take out that billboard.
With a car?
Yes.
High or low, Balmore?
Hi.
High or low? You see an oil tanker that has been emptied, white the road.
Beautiful. I will pick it up, take probably about 2 steps forward as just a running throw.
Roll strength. You're going to need a 9.
Yes. 11.
This oil tanker is turned into the tip of a spear. And it pierces into that billboard. And the billboard snaps. The wooden post holding it up creaks in protest and breaks and shatters, and the actual steel the billboard is made of dense, is lost back, embedding itself into a concrete wall of an ancient aqueduct. And the man is safe. The lampposts are keeping him afloat, and the billboard is no longer a threat. But the torrential downpour may very well pull him in unless he is gathered immediately.
Which I'm not even gonna stop moving once I start at that running throw.
Just stab him and lift him up. Don't worry, you'll be fine here.
You'll be fine. You're fine.
You reach the man and grab him.
Hello,
You're able to bring him back to shore.
puny human.
Norichi,
All right, I've got a game plan.
indecision will kill these heroes as much as that's doing.
Yep. All right. Here's the idea. I have two proposals. One is the most likely. The second is not. First proposition: I turn my wings into pure oxygen because I'm purely surrounded by it.
I
Okay.
can't wait for those to get
Pure
hit by
oxygen
lightning and
wings,
explode.
put right in front of my face. I'm breathing pure oxygen that my body's producing. I can do that. That
You're
is
gonna
something
breathe your
I
air.
can do. Yes.
Breathe your wings.
Right.
So I can theoretically cover my face so I can breathe
So
and
this is clearly not intended by the power of flight or even transformation. However, in Icons, the hero role-playing game, you can do things that are
Determination.
logically related as long as you have a determination point.
I have
This particular
turned my
instance-
wings into air before. This is not
Yes.
something I've never done before.
You were not using
No,
it for breath.
But trying to use your wings to protect yourself from a gas
Or-
is not something explicitly stated, but you can think of how it would work.
Yes.
Therefore, if you expend a determination,
So if
you
give me-
absolutely
if
can
you
just
give me your
do
last, I
that.
believe your last determination point.
Okay.
You are free to do that.
If I do that, there's still a second option. Second option is still wings of air. I shoot those freaking wings air as hard as I possibly can. And I'm making a freaking tunnel in this mist. It's got nothing against the wind turn I can do. So I won't even need to.
Allow me to be your streetwise again.
Yeah.
These heroes are all fallen.
Uh,
They may not be conscious enough to regain flight before they hit the water.
Okay.
You're gonna need to go grab them.
So I'm gonna need to be able to grab them. So I'd have to be able to breathe first to go grab them.
If you no, I'm telling you, if you want to do the first action, which I love by the way, give me your last determination point.
All right.
Do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
You don't have to roll for this. It just happens.
Okay. Determination goes.
As long as you can justify it with your already existing powers, you can use determination to do it, even if it's not explicitly stated in the text.
Yeah.
This is really cool, and I really like it. You shoot off, and people freak out. Blackfire nearly stops you before you just barely get out of his grasp, and you are launched into the green mist, and there is a bubble of air. Let's go! You are a single pod of life in a vast sea of death.
Wait, Black Valor's not going into the mist to save people? Like, Black Valor? The big...
Blackfire's not invincible. He does not have life support 10. He has not got
He's not
immortality or
literally-
regeneration
he's
of
not
his
literally
soul.
Superman.
He is just really strong and really tough.
Yeah, he's
This
really
will kill
tough.
him as much as anyone else.
Bro.
There is no Superman that is immune to the everything.
Me when I crush kryptonite and turn it into a gas.
That's
Okay,
the plot of the first
Continue.
Superman
Continue,
game.
Alex. Continue.
What?
You fly in, and you have a pod of air around you. You can feel your wings on your back are pushing themselves to an extreme degree. You're not sure if they could do it again, but you are doing it right
Close
now.
enough.
You have time. You can grab one hero right away, right out of nothing. Okay? You have time right now.
Okay.
There are 3 people that fell that you can see. One is about to crash into the ocean. And the 2 others were higher up when they originally fell, so you have time to grab one of them. What your plan is, once you have a full-grown person, this is not a child. You cannot grab multiple of them right now without taking severe consequences in your ability to fly.
Uh huh. Okay.
Just do it.
I've got to go for the guy that's about to hit the water. He's like highest priority right now. I gotta go get him. So I go, boom, grab him.
Okay.
Okay.
You descend into the water, and you nearly hit it. You are almost like a skipping stone at that point because he has just fallen so far down. You see a person in a falcon-like suit, and whatever radiant glow they had on their back has been mostly extinguished. You can just barely tell them as they hit the water. This almost gold-like color under, and you swoop in. You're able to grab this person, and you see someone that you were aware whose hero name is called Radiant Falcon.
Okay.
They are coughing and sputtering black.
Oh, jeez.
Wouldn't it take fall damage?
There's no way that I could get him to breathe.
Comic book logic.
He's breathing again.
Okay, that's good. But there's no way he
He's
can
breathing.
fly out of this. He can't just fly out of this, right?
He'll be stuck with the same dilemma he was in a moment ago.
The mist, yeah.
Yeah. Fetch. I'm far from the shore, aren't I?
Not as far as you might think. This has rolled in from the ocean.
That
You
is
are
true.
probably on the beach right now,
Okay.
and maybe you are just on the coast. You are only maybe 30, 40 feet from the actual sandy shore.
I will assume Black Valor can take damage, and I'm gonna freaking
Are you going to eat this man at Black Valor?
not yeet him. I'm going to fly myself, carrying him very quickly over to Black Valor. But before I even get to him, I'm dropping this sucker before I get to Black Valor. Black Valor's
No,
gonna be
he's
50-50.
he's launching him at Black Valor.
He's watching him at Black Valor at supersonic speeds.
You know what? If that's the only option I've
This
got.
flying guy better be able to take that.
Hey, to be fair, Madam
No,
Starstruck and
that's-
Black Valor out there as well as a couple other flying heroes.
Yep.
If I meet him 50-50, will I be able to have time to grab these one or two other guys? Because I will have to throw one of them. I don't want to use my strength to throw this guy. Because I
Roll
just...
for it.
Alright, okay. Fair enough. Hell yeah. Okay, max roll. I rolled a +5. I don't... coordination is now at
11.
a 12.
12.
Green. And you fly out.
You're glitching out.
Speed. You already pulled yourself back. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Retry,
1,
retry.
2, 3, 1,
Okay,
2,
I
3.
might. I'm a unplug. I think my router might be giving it a problem, so we're gonna get a brief interruption. But I'm just gonna move this little cable over to Austin's computer direct. Did I do the wrong cable? No, I did the right cable. Beautiful. Hopefully, we don't get any more disruptions.
We might have to, we might have to restart Discord.
Nope.
But the recording's
It's already.
No, I'm good.
Alright, we're back.
There we go.
Direct wire connection. That should be a little bit more stable.
Wait, you use light mode?
No, Isaac changed it. Alright, it was not me. I swear.
Narishi.
Yes.
You go max supersonic speed. And if you were throwing this at anyone other than Black Valor, you would be too fast for them to process. Unfortunately for you,
You would miss
you
both people.
can go at this speed. You
Hey,
throw
let's
it,
be honest,
and Black
he's
Valor
that boy.
immediately
That fellow's gonna be
sees
going
the
for a
need
while.
of what you are doing, and he begins to go backwards, catching the man at the same speed to prevent him from becoming, a red mist, and slowing down as fast as he's able. Laying the man at the edge of laying the man at what has been designated as a safe zone for the flying heroes before you dive back in at max speed. You see a different man falling. He's falling less drastically as he is on what looks to be a hoverboard.
Okay.
It has some ability to continue its upward momentum, but he is going down. You recognize this guy, actually. Cyclone Jack. Bit of a pirate sort of aesthetic. Not quite sure why, not quite sure how.
Yes, we know
And
clearly.
he was one of the heroes trying to hold the actual tsunami back.
Okay. So he's on a hoverboard. I'm gonna assume this
It's
hoverboard.
holding. It's
Yeah,
hovering at the moment.
that's
But if
good.
it's thrown or hit or anything of that nature, he will not be able to stay on it. He is still coughing out viscous black.
Okay. Could his hoverboard potentially help me carry the second dude that's falling?
You certainly don't need to use your wing. You don't need to carry this guy by yourself if you
Yeah.
grab the hoverboard with him on.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, to save both at once and then carry the one guy while directing the hoverboard to get it out.
Yeah, you can grab that. You don't need to roll for that.
Okay.
The last person you see is unearthly.
What?
Elongated face, a robe that covers all of her body, and almost translucent skin.
Okay.
Another hero you don't quite recognize, and she has simply gone Tom.
Okay. Still gonna grab her.
Roll.
Okay. 5.
You're close, but she hits the water.
Dang.
You can grab her out of the water.
I'll roll again.
You don't need to roll again for that.
Okay.
You grab her, and she might be alive.
Maybe.
Oh, well,
You can get them
2
both
out
out
of 3 is
safely.
still pretty good.
What?
You can get them out safely at this point. You are not rushing.
Okay.
It
Get
is
him out.
objectively over half.
Balthazar, lower.
Yep.
You feel something in your chest. Something primal, full of fear, as you track this blood trail. You keep pushing back further and further until you come across a broken section of the underground passage that leads out to the ocean front.
The frick?
That's not good.
Hold on, I have to get to the right section. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for somebody to get hit by a shingle and just die.
In the forgotten corridor of
Just like, oh yeah,
Harbor
what wins?
District.
Your neck or an 110-mile-per-hour shingle?
I don't want
In
to
the
play
forgotten corridors of Seaport's Harbor District, the sea climbs with purpose. No eyes watch here, no human voice breaks the silence, but the air is thick with expectation as the city itself holds its breath. The tide, darker than pitch and speckled with sickly green foam, slithers across the ruined boardwalk. Salt-stained pylons groan under its weight, whispering songs in old language as barnacles crack and fall away. A ruined fishing vessel, half swallowed by time, lifts to one side. Its hull splits open, not from the water's pressure, but from within. Something emerges. On this half an arm, bone fused and bloated, grows upward from the wreck. Then another. A mouth opens where no mouth should be, spilling seawater onto the boards. From the sea, they crawl, not born of it, but exhumed by it. No light remains in this corridor, only the silver shimmering of lightning, briefly illuminating the inhuman shapes that drag themselves from brine to brick, from coral to concrete. The first of the draft has arrived.